out getting ready to take the awning and shorten it down. I think this is a bigger awning. This camper actually required a 15-foot awning. I would like to put the longer awning, but I think we're just gonna shorten it down to the 16-foot awning. Not something I'm looking forward to doing, because these things are spring loaded. I'm a stubborn person, so I do things my way, and that's how it's done. But here's what we're gonna do: is the awning measure goes from this point here, where the light tester is sticking in the hole. I'm doing this myself, so I had to have something to hold the tape measure, to there, down to here, and I could put the longer awning, which would kind of look nicer, but I'm not gonna do that. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this awning and I'm gonna shorten it. So this awning is, dig out the tape measure. This is, I think, like 20-foot awning. Dig out a tape measure here and hook it down here and come all the way down here to the other end. It's 19 foot. Basically, yeah, 19-foot awning. And we're going to take it down to 16 feet. This is actually a two-step awning. Two-step awning, there's the model number and stuff. It's actually 710 of 02. So it's actually a 02, 03 awning. Somebody spent some money to put this on the parts camper, but we're going to shorten it down. I am going to look for a new canvas because this is ripped up, but I want to shorten it down so I can have it shortened. But it's what I'm going to do. These are spring loaded, so you must be careful. We have to take it, cut it down. This is the actual 194 inches, and then minus 3 3/8 because I measured from here to here, and but we're gonna end up taking our grinder and we're gonna cut into this, and we're gonna see how far in that spring goes. I'm gonna cut a square. I'll show you that in a minute. We cut a square in here and find out how deep our spring goes, because I do try and do this with very limited help, and I want to make it work. But the actual 16-foot awning will 16-foot awnings actually measure out to like 15 inches, 15 foot 2 inches or something. So it'll actually be a little shorter, the awning fabric itself. But we got to cut it here. But we'll get back to you here in a minute. Okay, back at it. Here's what I did not video. This can get very dangerous. Ended up marking the tube to the length I wanted it to shorten it. Ended up cutting the canvas. This awning the fabric will be replaced. I just doing this to shorten up the awning. I took and rolled the awning back up, and then ended up cutting the tube, cutting a square out of the tube so I could get to the piece that holds it. And I cut put a pair of vice grips on it. This is not the correct way of doing this, so if you do this, be informed, it could get very dangerous. This is a spring-loaded spring. There's not as much tension on it as of right now because it's rolled up. But I took and cut the square tube. As you guys see, this was actually there. And then I took and cut put the vice grips on it so it'd hold it tight. Hold it so the spring wouldn't discharge. And then I ended up cutting the tube off on the camper. The long tube. I ended up cutting this section. Yeah. Cut this section, it went like this. Ended up cutting this section completely off. So it was 2 tubes at that point in time. And then I ended up cutting this tube. Cutting this tube down after I got a pair of vice grips on it. I cut it down so I could get to the end of the spring here. Here's the end of the spring. End of the spring's right here. And I ended up cutting this down so I could get the vice grips on it. And this one, it was actually a square tube. And now what I'm doing is I'm actually going to, I took and cut this center out, like so, just with a grinder. Ended up cutting the center out, and then I will actually slide. I actually have the vice grips on there, but I will try to do this one-handed. I don't want to lose the tension on the spring either. At the same time, I'll take the tube and I will slide it down. Oh, there's my boards in my way. There's my problem. We'll slide it down as so. Sorry about the slide it down like so until I hit to the end of this. This part is not spring loaded, so I can actually take this tube here and cut it the rest of the way off, as I'll show you. Cut it off like that. Get it out of there. Get it out of there. Then we'll slide this tube all the way down like that. And then this awning is actually longer than this actually longer. But the torsion spring is in there. It's still holding spring pressure. I didn't hurt myself. I will end up taking riveting this back together like so, and make sure you line that was lined up a certain way. I don't know why, but we'll show you. This was approximately 20-foot long awning, and or 19-foot awning, the fabric size, and we took that much off. We took quite a bit off. Well, I think that's the only pieces. We took that much off of it. Do this at your own risk. I don't want to be liable if somebody gets hurt. I have gotten hurt messing with an older type of awning. I was actually trying to put the awning fabric on, and you had to hold spring pressure on the awning, and it was unrolled, and ended up sliding the awning on and vice grip slipped off. This was an old camper. Vice grip slipped off and ended up messing my hand up pretty well. But yeah, this is just a little short clip here of how I've shortened the awning from 19 foot down to, it is actually a little bit over 15.2 right now, 15.3, 15.4. I don't know exactly right off the bat. We'll measure real quick. We got our tape measure. I just wanted to shorten the fabric and wasn't worried about its length, but it will be 16 foot awning. It's 15.3, 15.3 and a half. 16 foot awning actually equals out to being, I think they said 15.2 is the actual awning fabric. So we're a little long. We'll see how long our awning is here. We're actually a little over. And actually we could actually shorten it some more. Because we're actually longer than 16 foot. I might end up shortening more. My measurements didn't equal out correctly. But I was just wanting to show you. If I decide to shorten it more, then that'll be my decision. But the awning holes, original awning holes are 94, 95 and 5/8. And we're at 95. We're at 95 and 5/8, which is what the awning holes, original awning holes were. If I leave it that length, I leave it that length. If not, not a big deal. But this was just a short clip of how I shortened the awning. Took a lot off of it, and here's actually the fabric that I cut off of it. Took a lot off of it, and if you do this, just be in mind they're these things are spring loaded. They will hurt you if they do release. But please like, share, subscribe, comment. Thanks for watching.